On the evening of St. Patrick's Day, I sat alone in my cozy home, enjoying the quiet solitude. The streets outside were adorned with shamrocks and the occasional reveler stumbling home from the local pub. But inside, the atmosphere was tranquil, save for the soft hum of the television in the background. As the night wore on, I decided to retire to bed, hoping for a restful sleep. Little did I know, my peaceful evening was about to take a sinister turn. I awoke to the sound of shattering glass, my heart pounding in my chest. Panic surged through me as I lay frozen in bed, listening intently for any sign of intruders. Footsteps echoed through the hallway, sending a chill down my spine. With trembling hands, I reached for my phone, ready to dial for help. But before I could make a move, the bedroom door creaked open slowly, revealing a shadowy figure lurking in the darkness. "Who's there?" I called out, my voice quivering with fear. There was no response, only the sound of heavy breathing filling the room. As the figure drew closer, I could make out the glint of a knife in their hand, the blade catching the faint moonlight streaming in through the window. Terror gripped me as I realized the danger I was in. With adrenaline coursing through my veins, I sprang from the bed, darting towards the door in a desperate bid to escape. But before I could reach safety, a hand closed around my wrist, pulling me back with a vice-like grip. I struggled against my assailant, fighting for my life with every ounce of strength I possessed. But the intruder was relentless, their grip unyielding as they dragged me back into the room. Panic surged through me as I realized the gravity of my situation. Trapped in my own home with a deranged intruder, there seemed to be no way out. In a last-ditch effort to save myself, I lashed out with all the force I could muster, striking the intruder with all my might. There was a grunt of pain as they stumbled backward, momentarily stunned by the blow. Seizing the opportunity, I bolted for the door, tearing down the hallway in a blind frenzy. But my escape was short-lived as the intruder gave chase, their footsteps echoing behind me like the pounding of a drum. With nowhere left to run, I ducked into the nearest room, slamming the door shut behind me and frantically searching for a means of defense. My hands closed around a heavy object, a bookend, lying on the nearby shelf, and I brandished it like a weapon, ready to confront my attacker head-on. The door rattled violently as the intruder attempted to force their way inside, their voice a menacing whisper on the other side. "You can't hide from me," they taunted, their words dripping with malice. But I refused to back down, my heart filled with a newfound determination to survive. With a primal scream, I flung the door open, prepared to face whatever horrors lay beyond. To my surprise, the hallway was empty, the intruder nowhere to be seen. Confusion washed over me as I stepped cautiously into the corridor, my eyes darting frantically from side to side in search of any sign of danger. But there was nothing, no trace of the intruder save for the shattered remnants of the front door lying in pieces on the floor. As the adrenaline began to fade, I sank to the ground, my body trembling with exhaustion and relief. Though the ordeal was over, the memory of that terrifying night would haunt me for years to come, a reminder of the fragility of life and the darkness that lurks just beyond our doorstep.